Right, so we're here with more Amstrad Action. That time of the week again. Here we will look through reviews and play the games that are reviewed that we haven't played before. But yeah, so we left off at the Super Sim Pack for US Gold, 1799 cassette, 24.99 disc. It's a bit expensive. It's tennis, football, car driving, and bomb dropping galore in US Gold's tenuously linked compilation. Adam P. laps it up. We have Airborne Ranger. It's a corking little shindig. You're a sort of marine. You're a sort of marine, and you get dropped out of a plane into enemy territory, having dropped 3 supply pods out of the plane first. You've got a gun sight on the screen where you have to position over things and then press fire to shoot them. There's a massive selection of missions, well, 12, and you've got a selection of weapons, carbines, grenades, time bombs, knives, etc. at your disposal. Graphics are all in 4-colour mode, mode 1, and scrolling is fairly slow, but neither of them really detract from the gameplay at all. Airborne Ranger is an excellent combination of arcade shoot-'em-up action and war gaming tactics. The instructions are admirably detailed, 12 pages of them, and the whole thing is excellent to have handy for either a short burst of blasting or a long-term challenge. Running through the snowy wastelands, shooting at people beats pottery any day. Crazy Cars 2. Now here's a game that looks really smooth. The graphics are excellent, though perhaps a tad slow, and the sound effects are brilliant. Police sirens building and fading as the rozzers pass you, etc. It's a drive 'em up with a difference. You're not on a racing track, you're just herring around America for one reason or another. Cop cars cover your route and try to block your way, so you crash into them. Great policing, huh? If you need to feint one way, then whiz past on the other side. And it's all a lot. There's also lots of barriers and lampposts, but you can't get past them by feinting. You can also pop off the road briefly, and one of the best bits is spinning off the road, then whizzing back on without hitting a lamppost. It's great. There's also some flashing lights and numbers at the top of the screen that mean something, but don't worry about them. We don't. Italy 1990. Simulate being at a football match in your front room. Control the central heating, open all the windows, get 5 mates to stand on the exact same spot as you, get someone to wee on the floor, drop bits of beef burger on your shoes, and then load the best computer footy game on the Amstrad ever. Yep, this one. There are 3 things to look for in a computer footy game: speed, passing control, and team selection. Italy 1990 is plenty of speed, a lot of team features, selecting players, editing player names, bringing on substitutes, choosing formations, etc., but a slight lack of passing. It's one of those kick and rush types, but at least you won't get bored in a hurry. Any lack of tactics are more than made up for by smooth scrolling graphics and whiz-bang speed. Play a 1-player game or 2-player game or go a full-length World Cup tournament. Soccer bunga! Here we go, etc. International 3D tennis. Okay, the players don't look so good, but it is genuine 3D. This is the weirdest sports sim ever as far as appearance goes. The 2 players appear as gangly, wobbling stickmen, moving around in a super clumsy way, flailing at the ball. The movement is biodynamically correct, but the whole thing does look incomparably daft. It's very derivative of the freescape style as displayed in games like Driller and Castle Master. You get an option on which angle you wish to view the court from, and you get a very 3D looking scoreboard. There is an option on whether to play a single game, 1 or 2 player, a tournament, or a whole season. The controls are easier to get to grips with than most tennis sims, and it has a heap more playability than you'd expect. It's a great game, though hardened gamesters might view it with a little suspicion. Second opinion. A good bunch of games. The link between all 4 simulators is a bit dodgy, but what counts is the quality of the software. Super Simpack delivers. International 3D Tennis, 73%. Crazy Cars 2, 78%. Italy 1990, 89%. Airborne Ranger, 91%. Overall, 84%. Three pretty unique games, plus the best footy prog around. A darn good compo all in all. Yeah. We've played them all before, so we don't have to. You need to play more football games. The Balrog! Armed with a 3-inch disc and a pen and paper, the Balrog casts its critical eye across the adventure club scene, as well as all the usual features. Adventure Club's update. Oh boy. £24 a year. Okay. This rather than reviewing games then. Yay. Adventure Pro, £1.50 per month. Adventure Coda, £1 per month. Yeah, Cluepot. No adventure games to review this month. Balrog's Post Bag. Greetings from Full State. Could the great Balrog insist a mere novice in the hunt for a source of the great bard's tale? So I've heard so much gossip, I wish to pursue this mythical masterpiece and to delve therein for a time. Also, mighty sage, if thou knowest of any more classic legends of our time, would not a concise inventory of suggestions taken from your vast library of tomes be worthy of the cost of scribe and parchment within the magical work, namely Amstrad Action? I thank you, and may your purse ever hold moon pieces. Toucan Strange the Gnome, illusionist to Zundra Shauhand of Guardby and member of A Winter's Tale. Loosely translated, I think I'm going to find where you can buy the Bard's Tale. Unfortunately, Bard's Tale seems to be no longer available. Not even Electronic Arts has any copies left. Therefore, I think your best chance would be to put an advert in the small ads section or an Adventure Probe asking for it, and I'm sure someone will reply. Hopefully. Hopefully. Adventure's dead. I'm worried about the recent state of the adventure scene. It seems to be slowly deteriorating. I mean, the only new adventures coming out are public domain. Where has Magnetic Scrolls Rainbird gone to? Responsible for games as Guild of Thieves and Jinxter. Is there any way of convincing Level 9 to return? Philip Culver, Essex. Well, Philip, the Bolg has been chasing up your various questions. Magnetic Scrolls is now firmly 16-bit only. Its new adventure operating system, Magnetic Windows, uses up 180k of disk space before any adventure is actually created. There's no way we could viably produce a CPC version. You get two sides of the disk, 100k on each side, 180k on each side. Flip the disk, or something. Rainboot has disappeared, bought up by the same company who bought Telecomsoft. A quick phone call to Level 9 gave the answer, not at the moment. Level 9 is going through some difficult times itself, and is at the moment not producing any games. As to your comment about their only adventures appearing being in public domain, this is not true. Companies such as WoW and FSF are continuing to support the good old CPC. Budget Bonanza. Here you got re-releases. Turrican. Kicks $3.99. Space Bunga. God, it's hard to read though. Jeez. It's Curry, one of the most hottest, hardest, and hyperbolist of shoot 'em ups. You play Space Commander John Turrican, and you have to leap around a massive playing area shooting things. There's loads of great power ups, hyperactive gameplay, and plenty to do. Totally something. Also available on the Power Up compilation. 90%. Power Drift, Hit Squad, $3.99. In Power Drift, you play a skinhead driver, or someone else if you prefer, and try to win a race. Spooky, huh? The first of two bodacious and weirdsome drive 'em ups in this month's crop. Power Drift is a car racing thingy in which you yank a kind of drag car thingy around a bumpy, biffy course, or hilly course, trying to finish in the top three. Top three. Your car goes through a 90 degrees spin every time you you hang a corner. PD is pretty fast, and there's 5 distinctly different courses to hear around. 6 points for the on the gnarliometer. What's a gnarliometer? 85%. The Stunt Car Racer, Kicks, $3.99. It's a bit of an odd game. It's a drive 'em up featuring vector graphics and lots of lines and boxes instead of proper backgrounds, and it scored a mind-numbing 95% when it first came out. It's one of them games you need a lot of concentration for. 78%. Alright, here you get our first proper game, or new game. Santa's Christmas Capers by Zeppelin, $3.99. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to see Charlton win away. Oi. Yes, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, aardvarks and slightly malnourished hippopotami. It's that time of year again, a time of drunken debauchery, top football matches, the great escape, chocolate sickness, and loads of presents. Oh, and crap festive computer games like this one. Get ready, here comes the plot. Someone spiked Santa's Christmas pud, and the old duffer is laid out in the casualty department of the local hosey with a serious case of food poisoning. Donning Santa's garb, which is obviously much too big for you because it covers you completely, you take to the skies in the Rudolph mobile, hurling snowballs at all the naughty pixies, and basketballs, and trains, and other things that hurtle towards you. You've got 4 lives, and there are 3 short stages to stagger through. The first is set over Lapland, the second over the Atlantic Ocean, where American dudes chuck radar beams at you, and the third, final one, sees you delivering presents to the kiddies. Santa's Christmas Capers is too pathetic, dull, simple, and twee to be of interest to anyone over the age of 5, and far too difficult for anyone young enough to appreciate it. It might find its way into a few stockings because of its Christmasness, but sadly, it's one of the worst games ever to disgrace the computer store shelves. Santa's Capers can be summed up in one word, and that word is pathetic. I know, some bouncy balls are shooting toilet plungers at us. Oh no. Verdict, 6%. More screenshots. Penguin, snowman, crackers, igloo, plunger, ball, tree, boring. It's the end of the level guardian, eh? A big snowman bloke. Chilling, eh? A couple of rubber ducks. The word bizarre springs to mind. Ooh. Oh, you got 10 Santa facts. 1. Santa comes from Lapland, which is near Greenland, which is near the North Pole. 2. It's quite cold there. 3. So he wears lots of really warm woolly clothes. 4. And he has a big white beard to keep his face warm. 5. He's also known as Father Christmas, and he's a bit of an amazing guy. 6. For a start, he manages to be in 256 different Debenham stores at exactly the same time. 7. And he crawls down people's chimneys even though we've all got central heating now. 8. He's got lots of little helpers, pixies, elves, YTS trainees who help him. 9. The French think Santa is called Nicholas, and they reckon he wears a big red trench coat and smells of garlic, and then wanders the streets on Christmas Eve singing carols. 10. Which just goes to show how stupid the French really are. Oh, okay. Right. Alright, now we get to play the game. Alright. And off we go. Santa's Christmas capers, copyright Zeppelin. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Santa's Christmas capers, copyright 1990 Zeppelin Games, coding and graphics by the Gimmer Brothers. Who? That's a little fuckery up there. Oh no, it's not in it again. Let's start it. Using keyboard to find the keys. Any other key to start one? Using joystick. Alright, let's go. Yeah. Yeah, we shoot everything. Those are the bouncy balls. The penguins. Let's just stay up here. It might be safer. Whoop. Ah, yeah, shooting short plunges alright. Oh, jeez. Also, I'm pretty sure the trees are deadly. You don't want to touch them. Oh no, it's the ducks. Yeah. Oh no. Here, just avoid you. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, that was brilliant. Oh no. There he is. Oh, oh, oh. How many hits does he take? Oh. Well done, level 1 completed. We actually finished a stage. We did level 1. Level 2! Oh no! Water! Oh no, icebergs! Oh jeez. You could avoid those, huh? You've got one extra life. Oh yeah. Radar beams are deadly, because just like real life. Yeah. But it's 0 for cursor, that's different. Yeah. I don't think I want to play it anymore. It didn't last long. If I play it again, I'm sure I probably won't even beat stage 1. It's just one more. They look a different type of present for a change. Careful. Or yeah. See that happening. Oh, we're at the boss. Oh, jeez. Huh? Get on with it. Well, you can't destroy the radars at all. You just gotta dodge this nonsense. Oh God, it's awful. That is awful. Stupid. Maybe beat the high score somehow. Just whatever. Let's move on. This is terrible. Oh, yeah. Next, we'll budget re-releases here. Heroes of the Lance, Kex 399. Cowabunga! It's a role-playing action galore in this Dungeons and Dragons spin-off with more rules than a mess book. Cool, here's an instruction sheet the size of a tablecloth and a game that takes half an hour to load. It's a role-playing game. It's a role-playing thingy. Dungeons and Dragons license and facts, so you can expect there's loads of stuff about stamina points, combat modifiers, spell casting, and all that sort of stuff. It's a bit like the adventure games we've had on our cover tapes, only bigger and more complex. 84%? Hmm. Oh, so it's a slouchy winged thing, and two of them, 8 heroes have been deified. Deified. Doesn't look too good. Altered Beast. Hit Squad 399. Poor Trenton Webb. There he was, writing a slagging off review of a crap beat 'em up coin up convo when you decide to throw in an odd Stonehenge analogy that no one has ever understood. 2 years later, the Hit Squad prints part of that analogy on an inlay, and it appears that Amstrad Action likes this game. We don't, we hate it. 14%. X out. Kicks $3.99. Leap into your spaceship and leap into the sea. X out is a horizontally scrolling shoot 'em up thingy with excellent graphics and mega hectic gameplay. One that sets standards for others to follow. Also available on the Power Up compilation. 80s, 85%? Hard to tell. Slightly Magic. Codemasters, $3.99. We've never really understood wizards. With their glowing long pointy beards and growing long pointy beards, wearing long pointy hats and cloaks with stars on, and doing their magic. There's no substitute for getting spiky haircuts, wearing combat trousers and senseless things t-shirts, and going to nightclubs. Oh well, it's a 3-wheel though, in so much as you don't have to pay for it. And Big Wiz certainly seems to enjoy being a wizard, even if he has just left the castle in a hurry to go to a Ned's Atomic Dustbin concert, leaving behind his spare wand in the process, and forgetting to lock his lab door, and forgetting to take his nephew, Slightly, stupid name for a nephew, with him. Oh, but what an absent-minded old so-and-so, eh? Slightly Magic is one of the games on the upcoming Cartoon Collection compilation, but it's also being released as a separate game at the standard budget price. You take the role of Slightly, surprise surprise, and your first mission is to get hold of a spellbook and wand, so you can start casting spells. These are both located on the starting screen, but unfortunately aren't accessible without having to wander through loads of other rooms, dealing with the various hazards that await you. Damn and blast, as the Wonder Stuff would no doubt say if they were here. The first hazard you'll encounter is a bunch of fire-breathing dragons. Buckets of water will come in useful here. Your main mission is to rescue a gnarly princess from a particularly large dragon, so polish up your chivalry and get on down. Standard Cody's graphics, standard Cody's gameplay. What do you reckon then, Jim Bob out of Carter USM? Could you get out of my bathroom, please? Okay. Run-of-the-mill arcade adventure from the Darling Posse. 73%. That dragon's going to burn you to a crisp unless you find a bucket of water pretty sharpish. Here's Slightly, a dragon, a cat, and a miserable old tree. And the moon, and some flowers. And you guess that Slightly Magic is another cutie. Yeah, that's cute. Sure, okay. Even got a close-up of him. Oof. Oh dear, when you die, this message appears inviting you to spend a small fortune. Oh my god, no lives left. If you need help, phone this number. Oh no. Okay. Off we go. Now, this won't be worse than Santa's Christmas Capers, right? Slightly Magic by Colin Jones. What is he doing with his wand? A depressed dragon, Cheshire cat, angry tree. I do not trust that moon at all. Read the spell book and click the wand to gain your magic powers. Combine the spells with your matching objects to make them work. Jump. You pick up the flea collar. This happy fellow. I'm thirsty. Good to know. Water bucket. This is not his, right? Yeah, that's not my bucket. Pick it up again. The music would be the same on the Spectrum, wouldn't it? Usually. Heh. There's a great stemming hiss as the young dragon's thirst is quenched. We'll pass it. There's another bucket of water. Remember, goes to this dragon. Not too close. Great stemming hiss. The young dragon's thirst is quenched. Bucket of water. Can't carry anymore. You expect it, but nope. The music is like completely different or something. Weird. 4 damage. Uh-oh. Ghost. Well. Oh no! Wow. Spiked! Lose a life. Oh, just jump, you idiot! Same composer, but all 3 versions have totally different music. Interesting! Jump! Here we go, that's how you jump. I know, it's a bubble. Feed me! What's he gonna do if I don't? Kill me. I was bitten by the hungry rock monster. Those left. If you need help, 0898555050. 34p a minute. Cheap 45p peak. Right. Sure. Yeah. Make sure you call up that helpline. Jump. I'm sure that probably doesn't. 30 years later. Off. You got too close. Yeah. Ready to do it all again. Oh, come on. Jumping is not great. This your bucket of water this time? Yep, good. Okay, go this way. Oh, you left a little prison over there, little fire. Sure, it's deadly. Oh, hello! trust him. Okay. Boo! That's one of those spells they mentioned. The question is, how do we get to it? Okay, fall down. It's back from there, never mind. Oh, jeez. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Don't touch the... There. Pick up the fright spell. This is getting loud. The wizard's spellbook in your hand says making magic needs a wand. Nope. Good jump there, dude. Duck. Something. Can't walk off there. Oh, just fall off. Wonderful, now we're back down here again. What do you do about the rock monster here? Feed me! You want a flea collar? No. What does a rock monster eat? I don't know. Can't carry any more. Can't carry 2 items. Wonderful. How do we get back up? Are we stuck here? Oh. Nope. Jump! Oop, we're stuck here. Didn't jump high enough. Spiked. No lives left. You really need help. Phone a number. Yeah. Do you feed the rock monster? Yeah. What do rock monsters eat? Who knows? Is there pizza anywhere? Right. Try it one more time. Up. Up. Can we just use this from here? Nope, gotta get up on the platform. Alright. There we go. I'm thirsty. Thanks slightly. Oh dear, I think I'm going to chew. Listen tight. Come on. You can do this. Yay. Yay. Okay. Okay, I see what you're doing there. Okay. Do it all again. Do it all again. No. I gotta go around again. Try to make that jump. Jump the snot fire. Jump. Oh, come on. That game's of problematic platforming. You gotta do all this platforming for one attempt at one specific platform and screw it up, you gotta do it all again. Who are these two dudes? Halt! Who goes there? Eh? What? Clear off! Well, that was pointless then. Now what? What, a megaphone, perhaps? There we get to do this all over again. Yeah, more platforming of the same thing again. Oh, come on. Oh, that's a bit. Oh no, you gotta extend that game time. Yeah. Oh. Oh, God damn it, come on. You can do this! No, apparently you can't do it. Okay. We have limited control here. Oh, who goes there? Eh? What? Carol. Oh. God damn it. Nope. He's not in. No, we can't get close enough. Combine up. Yeah, we need the. Yeah, into the. You need the wand to do spells in the first place, though, don't you? Something. It did say find the free spell with the skull. That's down in softlock territory. It's on the bottom. Anything to say? Nope, it just kills you. Burnt by the flames. Lose a life. I always fall down in this little fire pit, which I'm sure is deadly. Oh, yeah. Burnt by the flames. Lose a life. Possible to land? Nah, not really. Yeah. That's the bat. Don't know where it's been. That's alright. This is. We have a thing here. Can we get past these guys though? Nah. Grabbed by the spooks. I'm guessing that air spell might have something to do perhaps with the megaphone then. But, I get to it. Anyway. I'll leave it at that for now. At least it's better than Santa's Christmas capers. Anyway. What have we got next? I only got one more game left anyway, I think, in this issue. Yeah, we go. World Class Rugby. Audiogenic. $10.99 cassette. $15.99 disc. Tackle the other blokes just by piling into them and pressing fire. Get it even half right and they'll go flying. When you kick off, you get a map of the pitch and the position of the players plus a direction power meter, lower left. Blast, and the other team has got the ball. More waggling practice needed, he thinks. Get 'em, lads. Ever felt stuck in a ruck? Rucks are impromptu scrums. Much waggling is needed to gain possession of the ball. Wonderful. That's what I want in sports games. Waggling. Right, rugby. Grab the ball, run like stink, get knocked down, wrestle in the heap with 20 other blokes, grab ball, run like stink, get knocked down, etc. Oh yes, and don't forget the mud. Rugby, believe it or not, is a game of skill. Hard to believe when you're watching 30 grown men with no teeth and far too high tight headbands and mauling each other to death on a Saturday afternoon on a playing field in Wigan. But it's true. Ever heard of a ruck? What about grounding and scissor moves? I've never heard of scissor moves. All part of the weird and wonderful rugby terminology revealed as you read the instructions to World Class Rugby, after taking 15 minutes to work out that the two computer teams are playing. Right, let's see now. You pick up the ball automatically when you run over it. Use the stick to control the direction to run in, and some 60-stone Aussie headbutts you in the solar plexus. Right, how do you tackle? The player currently under your control is highlighted with an arrow. Run up to the offending Aussie, time it just right, and fire. Gotcha. Now bring the mad lump down. And about 40 blokes jump on top of you in a ruck. So what do you do now? Waggle the stick, says the book. Yeah, you got possession again. Run, run, run. You pass the 22-yard line. Run. And the crowd are on their feet. They're queuing to leave, actually. Quick, how do you score a try? Fumble, fumble. Aha. Press fire and push in the direction of the travel. And it's a try. The crowd goes wild. Wild? It's furious. That's right, rugby is a game of skill. But world-class rugby makes it all pretty painless. More than that, though, it actually makes it excellent fun. Just like Anko's excellent kick-off, world-class rugby takes a potentially very complicated sport and turns it into a highly playable computer game. Sure, you can memorize all the different moves and controls, but the real fun is just piling in against either a friend or the computer, waiting like a madman and demonstrating all the forethought, finesse, and judgment of a stampeding mammoth. There are flaws, though. The graphics aren't going to win any prizes, and the players don't react to the controls particularly quickly, but passing, kicking, tackling are all pretty easy to suss out. There's lots of scope for improving your game, including a variety of set moves to master. There are also a variety of opponents to tackle in world-class rugby. You can elect to play either friendly matches or embark on a full World Cup competition. If you decide to go for the World Cup, you can set up the various competing countries as either human or computer players. The two-human player mode is excellent fun. World Cup rugby is the oval ball equivalent of kick-off. The principal ingredient is sheer speed, playability, and fun. But unlike kick-off, it's got a lot of depth too. The graphics and general speed are all that let WCR down. Apart from that, it's great. Techie probs galore. Sorry about the grabs on these pages. The game itself looks loads better. WCR won't run on the plus. First day target score, beat Australia. Ooh. So this was a time when Australia sucked at rugby. So maybe that won't be hard. Second opinion. Rugby may be a game played by men with odd-shaped balls who hang around with sheep, but world-class rugby is clean, civilised, and a lot of fun. And no sheep. You trying to say something about that? Verdict, graphics 68%. Horrible colours, mind you, the pitch is green, and a bit slow. Sonics 81%. The refs whistle and the roar of the crowd. What more do you need? Grab factor 84%. Easy to pick up and instantly addictive. Staying power 90%. Lots of stuff to master, and there's a 2 human option as well. Rating 87%. Nothing special to look at, but really playable and terrific fun. If you say so. Okay. I'm sure I could find some sheep somewhere. Somewhere. But not close by, no. Alright. World class rugby. Why is this louder this week? Graphics Ali Noble. Sounds David Whittaker. Production Michael Wollaston. Peter Calver. Copyright 991. Audiogenic Software Limited. Identity Designs. Coded by Anthony McCabe. Match, teams, video, options, settings, view computer, pitch color, blue pitch, pink, greenish. Some of these icons might be not quite right. Music. Oh, yeah, music's decent enough. Okay. Teams. Team New Zealand coach computer. 16. Okay. Yeah. Your name in here. It's the one you play. Something. Video. Show replay. Auto replay. Okay, start. Friendly League World Cup. Look, we're friendly. Right, joystick. Right, play game. Right, kick off. I'm sure they'll be here any minute now. Did we pick the wrong colours? Something? Oh, we've got yellow guys and I guess the... Okay, can we quit? Maybe we change these colours again. Oh no. Okay. I think we'll restart and we just try again. Speed it up. Okay. Options. Settings. Match. Okay. Check the defaults. There you go, dark green. Hopefully we'll see something now. Here we go, yeah. Just had the wrong coloured pitch, it was too bright. Just clashed with everything. Ugh. Oh, ball's loose, Get it, yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh. Run, man, run. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that didn't work. Penalty for what? Dummy scissors? What the what? Well, dummy scissors, I think it's supposed to be. I'll go and catch it, you idiot. Run through them all. Ah, go. Run. There we go. Run, 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 run. This way. Yeah, go. Yeah. Oh, you run faster than that. Come on. What was that throw? What was that throw? Stay away from me. Where's the try line? How far away from it are we? Oh, is it right there? It's right there. Yeah, run, run. Yeah, right through the gap. Yeah. 4-0. This is the time when tries were only 4 points. Try scored. Conversion. That was the wrong direction. Missed. Alright, here we go again. Oh, half time. Everyone's switching sides. Ooh. Yes, run through everything. Run. Get them away. Just keep running. Keep running, dude. Oh. Bye. Keep running. Oh. Throw down the gap. Throw down the gap. Oh, here we go. Yeah. I need to kick harder. Um. you idiot. And again. Yeah. No. Hold on. I don't throw it. There, you idiot. Just run. Whee! Go around a circle. Confuse them. Keep running. Out of my way. Out of my way. Oh. Straight down the middle. Straight down the middle. Maybe not down straight, down the middle. Oh. Close. Oh, don't throw that far back, you idiot. Oh. Go. Come on. Straight it. Down. Around him. Here we go. Yeah. This is an Amstrad game. That's what we do these days. This day. Nothing but Amstrad Action reviews. Alright. No. Not sure how the conversions work at this point. Alright. Oh, wrong button. Pushing the wrong button. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe it's the epilepsy button. Oh, full time. Yeah, we win. Oh. Yeah. It plays like a rugby game. I guess it's something. Sugar trading. Color personal computer. Yeah, that's the one. Hi. Other options than we play options. Duration 8 minutes, 16 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 80-minute game. What you want to play. No offsides by default. Equal skills. Skill level 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, got 8 skill levels. Alan Michael Sugar trading color personal computer. Anyway, think that's it for the actual reviews. See what the rest of the magazine we've got, whatever's left anyway. Strategy games with a Speedway fan. No joystick required. Team championship. Try to win the league title with your team. Amstrad CPC. Tape £7. Disc £7.50. 2 visions on one tape. Disc north and south. As opposed to the game north and south, right? All the gambling games here. Mail order section, we're pretty much near the end of the magazine, aren't we? Oh no, we've got forum first. This is the spot for all those people with technical problems. Send us a letter detailing the trouble you're having. If we can't fix you up with a solution, one of our readers surely will. Or maybe you'll discover some valuable tip you want to share with the rest of us. Squiggly brackets. Looking at my watch, type in. Notice your Apple Mac seems to cut off part of lines 110 and 120 and give them weird typewriter codes. They should have read that. That seems to be because of the squiggly brackets. Your thingy, which puts in the typewriter codes, mistakes them for the end of the line, moves the next 5 characters to the beginning of the codes and blasts the rest away. Yes, too many shoot 'em ups. Anyway, how many of your machine code programmers get fed up with the prospect of typing in a load of poke statements when you want to load a headerless file or something? I know more. Just type that. Here you go. Key 139. A equals start address of your code -1. And press the small enter key, type in the first hex code, and repeat the process until you've got all your code in. You're right about that typewriter program. All we want is to make life easier for our readers, so we put the typewriter codes at the front of our listings to make them more readable. Unfortunately, the program that does this takes the first squiggly bracket as the code and chops the line up there and then. It's the first time we've had this problem, by the way. Steps are being taken to ensure it's the last time, too. Yeah, I'm sure we've heard that before. Dear Santa, could you please print this as I need the answer for my Christmas presents? Here goes. I have a 464 with a green monitor. Is there anything you can buy that would allow me to plug my 464 into a colour TV? On a different tech, just what was the type in archiver by Andy Price supposed to do? I tried to archive something from tape to disc, and all it did was wipe off the, luckily very few, files that were on the disc. Tim Nutley, Shrewsbury. P.S. Frank looked a lot better with the Predator mask. Well, start early, Tim. That's my advice. Sainsbury's already have their shelves stocked with Christmas crackers, and it's only a couple of months to the big day. Ask Santa to try get hold of an MP1 modulator. This device supplies power to the computer and produces a TV signal so you can plug it into your telly's aerial socket. The MP2 modulator is designed for the 6128 and has an additional power socket for the disk drive. It will work fine with your computer, though, and you've got more chance of getting hold of one. As for a source, your best bet is to check out the mail order advertisers in AA. The archiver is designed to make a copy of your disk onto tape for safekeeping. It copies the disk as a whole to tape rather than the programs individually, and so is useful for backups and storing disks that you're not likely to be using for a while. Wonderful. Protection off. Yeah, loading protected basic programs. Easier way of doing it. Phil Howard says you should do this. Only works on 464s. The protected program will now load. Look, there's another page. SimCity raised. I wonder if you can help me. Recently, I bought a copy of SimCity for my 6128 Plus. After I created the city, I decided to save it for a later date. Unfortunately, I didn't put a blank disk in the drive, and I saved my data on the SimCity program disk. Now I can't access the game. Can you help? Darren Johnston, Orkney. Oh no. Never ever save anything onto an original program disk unless it specifically tells you in the instructions. Always write protect the game's disk you buy to prevent accidents. But that advice is a little too late for you. I suggest you write a nice pleading letter to Infogrames, along with your disk saying what a silly boy you've been and promising it won't happen again. And it won't happen again, will it, Darren? Because from now on you're going to be extra careful with your disks and you're going to follow the above advice, right? Apocalypse, saving data to your SimCity program disk is the equivalent of dropping a 100 megaton bomb on Milton Keynes. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Usually game disks, usually copy protected, usually by default. So, usually anyway. Disk drive bargain pack, $99.99 plus £4 PMP. Siren software. A 3.5-inch disk drive through the Amstrad offers a cheap, large capacity alternative to 3-inch disks. By getting an efficient system set up involves buying several components, often from different suppliers. Adam Waring finds out where the Sirens all-in-one package provide the solution at an unbeatable price. Here's what you get, I guess. All this for a whisker under £100? Siren Software's 3.5-inch disk drive pack is an excellent value. Good news, all you need in one package. All components are well made. You can't buy the setup for less. Bad news, instructions are a little unclear. Software needs copying to 3-inch disk before use. Verdict 92%. Got Sound Blaster $34.95 Siren Software. Believe it or not, the CPC range has rather impressive sound capabilities. A 3-channel sound chip with stereo output lurks inside the machine. Will the Sound Blaster unleash the beast within? Asks Adam Waring. It's a pity that the Amstrad is equipped with such a puny speaker tucked around the back of the casing. Siren's Sound Blaster is set to overcome this problem. It takes a sound signal, pumps it through a powerful stereo amplifier, and then through a pair of car speakers. At 5 watts per channel, there's enough output to have your mum banging on the ceiling. And you can also plug in a pair of Walkman headphones if the neighbours get too stroppy. The Sound Blaster looks like a slab of cream-coloured cheese, which doesn't complement the CPC's casing one bit. This is because it's sold for a variety of computers. There are a few shoddy design elements too, or the plugs and sockets are the same type, whether it's for speakers, headphones or power supply, and it's all too easy to plug the wrong bits into the wrong places. Each channel has separate volume control. Strangely, they are set so that turning them anti-clockwise notches up the volume, the opposite way to normal. What we thought would be a relatively subdued setting made everyone in the surrounding offices jump out of their skin. Sound Blaster does its job. It's loud enough to have the neighbours complaining, and the sound quality remains good even on the higher volume settings. Good news, loud and clear, impressive looking speakers. Bad news, a few design problems. Not that pretty. Verdict 73%. We got the gallery. Look at that turtle. Ooh. Hello, my name's Tommy Tortoise, and I'm hosting the triumphant return this month of the AA Art Gallery. Paul Tomlinson of Yeovil drew me on Smart 2, incidentally. Anyway, let's have a look at your pics, eek eek. The KLF is going to rock you. Woo woo, yo. Tim Blackwood of Liversedge, West Yorks. Jack that body to the dance floor. Woo woo. My fellow partners. Daft old fool. Oh, sorry, Mr. Reagan, sir. Mistook you for someone else. Hey, put the big grey guns down, okay? Another Liversedge export. Yeah. That's what he looks like. What a neck. Good old Aaron Slocum of Bridgewater in Somerset. Off he went down to the riverbank at the dead of night with a CPC to paint us this. What a star, eh? Cheers, ours. Denstone lad Stuart Ryder has done us a pick of everyone's favourite bald Welshman. Okay. Tim Blackwood's early 90s masterwork television set in the middle of nuclear meltdown. Interesting use of the colour orange. Smart 2, now 16 colours. Show us yours. We want your pictures, art pickers. Send us your Smart 2 Advanced Art Studio or whatever pickies, not on tape or disc, to Art Gallery. The pick of the month wins its creator either a £25 mail order voucher or a punch on the nose. Please specify which you'd prefer. Carolumba. Amiga standalone 500 computer. £329. Silica price. Includes VAT plus free delivery. Ooh. Yeah. Hardware 512K Amiga 500 $329.99. A520 TV modulator free. A501 RAM expansion $99.99. Ooh. Software entertainment Bart Simpson, just some game named Bart Simpson, $24.99. Captain Planet and the Planeteers $25.99. And Lemmings $25.99. I won't mention that all three of these games are available on the CPC as well, but hey, whatever. Software Productivity Deluxe Paint 3 $79.99. Plus free from Silica Arcade Action Pack $229.78. Photon Paint 2.0 $89.95. Total retail price $906.67. You save $507.67. Woohoo, that's a lot. Small ads. Amstrad GX4000 console power adapted 2 game pedals, TV lead, switchblade, pang, Dick Tracy, burning rubber, and tennis cup 2 worth over £200 will accept £90. Ooh. Well, no, the Atari ST 520 STE Discovery Extra Pack £279. Don't get games with your Atari ST, you get educational stuff and business stuff, which are expensive by the looks of it too. You get 1 megabyte 1040 STE plus mouse $399.99. Play and Learn $76.59. Junior Skill $58.54. GCSE Revision $55.54. Business Computing $159.85. Creative Computing $134.97. Plus free from Silica 10-star pack. Guess that's got games on it, right? $219.79. Was it 78? 78. Productivity pack $104.97. Total value $1,210.23. You save $811.23. That's a saving. Your 10-star games pack. Yeah. These are the same games that was the Amiga one as well. I don't know. Superb software when you subscribe to Amstrad Action. Yours is a gift. Don't miss out. Get your copy of AA delivered and claim your gift software, all for less than you'd pay at the newsagent. Your no quibble, no risk guarantee. You can cancel your subscription at any time in the future, and we will refund you in full for all unmailed issues. Cashmaster. Profit from your micro. The Graphologist handwriting analysis program. Uncannily accurate 8000 plus magazine. Recommended highly for the novice and the professional micromart. Does not say what systems this is for. The 8000 plus, that's the Amstrad PCW. Cash Master. Helpline. Offered limited advice on hardware problems. Okay. A lot of detail in that one. Make sure we get a copy of Amstrad Action. Every day we get dozens of phone calls from desperate people. Why are they desperate? Because their newsagent has sold out of their favourite magazine. Don't let this happen to you. Instead, cut out this coupon or photocopy and give it to your friendly newsagent. Dear newsagent, please reserve Amstrad Action for me each month, beginning with the January issue, out on Thursday, 19th of December. Typins. Oh boy. Shabazz tells all. Shabazz Yosef is responsible for all this month's typins, but how did he get into computing? And where's he coming from, man? Well, how are we supposed to know? Oh, hang on, I suppose we could always ask the lad himself. Go on, Shab, tell it like it is. 17-year-old student, and I've owned an Amstrad computer for around 5 years. Before this, I didn't have a computer, so every Saturday morning would find me at one of the local computer shops fiddling away on the demonstration computers, BBCs, Apples, or even, dare I mention, Spectrums. The retailers grew to dislike me intensely. I can't think why. By the time I had my own computer, a green screen CPC 464, I already knew a little about BASIC, such as print, phonics, statements, and so on. After typing in a few programs from the manual, I began typing my own simple ones. Ooh. Copying programs from beginners' books, adapting them, and so forth. I purchased a few issues of the official Amstrad magazine, then dropped it in favour of AA when I discovered it on the top shelf at W.H. Smith's. Ain't bloody difficult reaching up 7 feet when you're only 12 years old. Some people have no consideration at all. Amstrad Action first published a program of mine way back in December 1987. A crummy little effort now looking back on it. Other hobbies of mine include electronics, and since owning a 464, I've built my own joystick, speech synthesizer, etc. The parallel printer and joystick ports make interfacing simplicity itself. Some people have had problems hooking up disk drivers to Amigas, which just goes to show how flexible CPCs are. They're also very robust. My first one lasted me 4 years until I blew it by connecting some dodgy bits of circuitry to it. After ripping out all my hair and everyone else's within a radius of 200 yards, I scraped together enough cash to get another. Some people think that in order to start programming, it is essential to have a 16-bit machine, several megabytes of RAM, and an odd disk drive of 3. This is simply not true. During the time I have owned a 464, I have not bought a single add-on, nor did I have an assembler until AA was nice enough to plonk one on a cover cassette. Until then, I would type in machine code byte by byte. This is not to be recommended. This comes from painful experience. I did my GCSEs this year and passed all 9. Flippin' swat. I'm now doing my A-levels, CDT, physics, and 2 maths. The intention is to get a job working with computers eventually, but I'm not studying computer science since mathematics is considered to be a more important qualification for a job with computers. If you say so. I have no intention of getting rid of my CPC yet. It has served me well so far, although I might one day purchase a PC, and a printer, a disk drive, new coffee maker, colour monitor, a Black & Decker workmate. Rod. A quick picky of Rod done with Doodle. Sorry, Rod. Didn't see you there. Eek. Here's one of his programs. Doodle. Caralumba Toodle fans. Get ready to sketch your favourite ninja fighting heroes or anything else for that matter, with possibly the shortest graphics program in history. Use the cursor keys to move the crosshairs, tab to draw, and tab plus any cursor key on the menu bar to change the pen colour. 4 colours are available. Yo, let's draw. The size, look at it. Tiny. I suppose what you get with, you expect with that that quality from that size of application. Morse. This groovy prog transmits Morse code at the standard rate as used by coast guards, boats, and secret agents the world over. The accompanying hardware project is a unit that will allow your computer to electronically key a Morse code CW transmitter. Fab, eh? But the prog also works without the circuit, giving normal sound output. I see. Mini hardware project. The simple setup sits between any Morse CW transmitter and your CPC's printer port. With the circuitry in place, your CPC can drive the transmitter directly. Components list. Now you know how to make one. TV. This is a demo of satellite TV. We take it Shabazz isn't a fan of these big white dishes. Good on you, mate. One whole line. Tune. And to round off tonight's performance, a one-line rendition of the Irish Washerwoman. Yo, Ireland, send us your type-ins. Next month, Extend Basic by Shabazz Yosef installs 55 RSX commands, gives 28 new features, including most of 6128 commands for 464 owners. You won't need to type it in though. Why? Because it'll be on next month's cover tape, along with Alan Scully's popular 464 compatible DTP program, PageMaker Plus, top adventure writing package, graphic adventure creator, and loads of other stuff we're not allowed to tell you about yet. It looks like it's going to be one hell of a Christmas. Join that queue outside the newsagents today. There's a buyer's guide. Peripherals. Stop. There's no need to stick parts of your body into the sockets in the back of your machine. Look, you can stick some of these things there instead. Okay. The Wave widget is a connector that lets you plug existing peripherals into the backs of the new Plus machines. Handy. Thanks for the memory. Shoot 'em ups. Shoot 'em ups top 10. Smash TV, Ocean. Fireballs and baddies galore in this fast moving burst of non stop action. 96% AA75. Hey, that was this issue. Turrican 2, Rainbow Arts, Lost to Shoot, an exploratory long term challenge 2, core. 97% AA71. It did not get 97%. You're confusing it with Rick Dangerous 2. I think they gave it 95%. Operation Wolf, Ocean, Rootin' Tooting Shooting Gallery Fun, this arcade comic convo classic. 89% AA40. Afterburner, Activision, take to the air in your F-14 fighter and shoot lots of things. 81% AA41. X-Out, Rainbow Arts, a speedy spaceship, a shop that sells some wicked power-ups. What more do you need? 86% AA56. Pang. Yeah, this is a shoot 'em up. Pang's a shoot 'em up. Pang, Ocean. Balloon bursting ahoy in one of the best cartridge games ever. Balloonabunga. 93% AA70. Operation Thunderbolt, Ocean. Operation Wolf's Big Brother gives you two-player action with grenades and stuff. 89% AA52. Silkworm, Virgin. Jump in a helicopter or a jeep, or both in two-player mode, and go totally mental. 72% AA47. Turrican, Rainbow Arts. The game that knocked the spots off the rest, only to have its own acne cured by Tari 2. 90% AA57. Robozone, Mirrorsoft. A laid back kinda shooty, but with 3 different game styles to get the grips with. 86%. AA73. Best shoot 'em up. Smash TV, Ocean. What can we say that we haven't seen in the review on pages 38 and 39? We could say Wibble, Bumpkadacious, Quasi-Polovial Spricket Sponge, but we won't because that would be silly. What we'll say instead is that STV is a very simple game, but it's the lack of things that, like a detailed graphics background and more importantly scrolling, that have made the game so fast. There's an excellent selection of weapons for mega firepower, loads of different baddies, and enough different rooms to ensure you won't be able to finish it on the first day, no matter how hard you try. Smash TV, it's spinky, spanky, and sponky. No frills, only thrills. Smash TV contains a few dozen rooms more nasty alien thingies and nice power-ups, and you can check a Brazilian rainforest at. Steered fast too. Okay, I guess they like Smash TV. Printers. Yeah, £129 for a printer. 9-pin printer. Yeah. Notebook printer. Ooh. Afterthought. Bye-bye, Paul. Hello, Ange. Yes, it's a sad, sad days, ladies and germs. Funky Paul Morgan, his cropped, psychopathic art editor, is leaving the mag. Boo, sniff. Oh well, never mind, he wasn't very good anyway. I haven't left yet, mate. As you'll know, if you've read Reaction, a regular feature of life at AA is our monthly fights with the staff of our own sister mag, Commodore format. These are normally fairly good-natured affairs. Sure, most of us end up in hospital, but that's just a bit of laugh, really. Or at least, that's the way the rest of us see it. Paul seems to take it all a little more seriously, though. Up till now, this hasn't resulted in anything more worrying than CF Deputy Editor Sean Masterton being thrown through a window, which we all thought was fair enough for anyway. October's shindig went a bit over the top, though, when Paul faced off with CF Art Editor, formerly of this parish, Ollie Olderton. Things started building up, and in the midst of it all, Paul gave Ollie one almighty smack around the back of the head with a baseball bat, knocking him out. We looked on in shock. Marianne ran off and hid behind a tree, as he gradually came to, having completely lost his memory, and now under the impression that he was in fact an exotic dancer called Samantha. It was time to either call an end to the punch-ups or else get rid of Paul. We got rid of Paul off to the ground floor, where we hoped the calm and restful lifestyles of the joss stick burning, mantra chanting old hippies that produce ST format will help to mellow him out. Still, in the middle of all this ruthless executive decision making, we suddenly realised we needed to find someone to fill Funky's place. Her name's Angela Neal, and she assures us she's done this sort of thing before. So welcome aboard the good ship AA, Ange. Paul delivers a deadly blow that made Ollie go all funny. The AA team tries to get his memory back, but to no avail. Okay. Crap haircut compo. If it had Michael and Ross from Kirkcaldian Hysterics, Stuart from Ipswich thought it was dead cool, and CBC owners around Britain have been discussing it over breakfast. What are we talking about? The Adam Peters haircut, of course, as unleashed on the world in a photo on the October issue. Small children point at it in the streets, worriedly asking the appearance and if they might one day grow up to look like that. Whole crowds gather around him when he wanders past Bath Abbey, thinking that he must be some sort of street performer. I collected £12 last Wednesday afternoon. But we don't think even this current cut is quite stupid enough to adequately represent Adam's personality. We want something that will have him ridiculed by everyone, disowned by all his relatives, and possibly placed in a secure institution in his own best interests. So, having failed to learn the lessons of the past, we've decided to turn to you, the readers, to design something even worse. Do a sketch of the haircut you think Adam should sport, including comments and explanations where necessary. And send it to Crap Haircut Compo, Amstrad Action. We'll select the daftest one and send Spotty off down to the barbers with it. The winner will get a taped version of Terminator 2, complete with badge. Toodle pip. The question is back. To help us keep improving your favourite magazine, please fill in and return this form each month. They want you to do it every month. I wonder how many people actually did that. Play the game, man. Hello, fellow humans. Bartholomew J. Simpson here. With a very important secret, space mutants are invading Springfield. Oh no. Yeah, save the Earth. Bruce Willis, Hudson Hawk, shy, sensitive, law-abiding, polite, respectful. Sure. Now, steal in on the game. Sheer unadulterated addiction, which is guaranteed to last a lifetime. Infuriatingly addictive gameplay. Grab onto it with both hands. Ace. Excellent graphics move well. The comic animation will raise a smile from even the most hardened hearts. ST Action. Ocean.